Hello everyone and welcome to Excellence Riviera Cancun. This is an adults only, 18 and older, all-inclusive resort located in the city of Puerto Morelos, Mexico, which is right near the city of Cancun, Mexico. Today we're just going to talk about this particular resort, why it's one of my favorite resorts that I've been to. We've been to the Dominican Republic a few times and we've been to Mexico a few times. So this video will just be about Excellence Riviera Cancun, maybe comparing it to other resorts we've been to and just describing some of the features of this resort, why we are a repeat customer here. This is our second time here. So definitely some of the things that make this resort unique is going to be the focus of this video, because coming from New York with somewhat cold temperatures, this is, right now it's May 10th, 2019. Coming here to 86 degrees, humidity, gorgeous sun. It's sometimes cloudy on and off, but generally the weather is like this. The sun is kind of strong, so definitely bring your sunscreen if you're traveling in May. And pretty much, if you're also going in the summer or even September and October, definitely bring your sunscreen. So right now we're just walking up from the entrance, which is the direction we just came from. Gated entrance. And we're gonna walk into the lobby. So for those of you who might not be familiar with all-inclusive resorts, an all-inclusive resort is basically a hotel, a resort, where you pay one price for the rooms per night, and included in that price are meals and your room, obviously, entertainment if the resort has any entertainment, and some other things, you know, mini bar in the room, and it varies from hotel to hotel, but essentially you pay one price and you can just kind of relax in the resort, go to the buffet, order room service, and just have a good time. I mean, most resorts have pools, so that's also something to do. Just to kind of not have to think about anything, not have to worry about anything. All inclusive. So you can go to a bar. Of course, certain things might have an extra charge, like maybe at restaurants more expensive bottles of wine or spa services, but generally you are paying a price and you get to enjoy yourself for however many nights you booked, whether it's 1 week or 2 weeks. So we're just going to kind of walk into the lobby and get some air-conditioned air. Okay. Excellence Riviera Cancun, again located in Puerto Morelos, Mexico, near Cancun, Mexico. Maybe 20-25 minutes from the Cancun International Airport. This is the lobby. Front desk. This is the elevator, and the stairs past the elevator, which go down to one of the bars that they have in the lobby. Some things we're going to talk about in this video are the amazing pools that they have here, some of the best pools that I've ever seen. They have 2 lazy river pools, very large, a couple of jacuzzis, and we're definitely going to go outside and check those out. We're also going to talk about the beach later, which is unfortunately covered with seaweed right now in May 2019. We're going to go over there and we're going to talk about what's going on over there with the seaweed, because unfortunately it's starting to become an issue over the past few years. So we're going to go to Aroma, which is a kind of a coffee house where they have coffee, drinks, and pastries, and fruit, and sandwiches. Hi. Oh, no, it's okay. So that was Aroma. They have coffee, drinks, fruit, fresh juices, pastries, sandwiches, and it's open for most of the day. Some chessboards here. You can look out the window and see. It's quite a nice day today. So we're actually going to go downstairs right now. Going to go outside. We're going to exit from the main lobby building. We're going to look at the beautiful pools that are truly some of the best pools that we've ever been to. We've stayed at quite a few resorts. We've stayed in some resorts in the Dominican Republic, and in Mexico we've stayed in Live Aqua Beach Resort Cancun, Hyatt Ziva Cancun, Hyatt Zilara Cancun, Secrets Divine Cancun, Hotel Rio Palace Las Americas. We stayed here last year in May, and it's safe to say that the service here is also very, very good at the buffet. All the employees are very nice, very friendly, extremely hardworking, very dedicated, and it shows. I mean, the overall experience is largely unmatched. I mean, there might be some resorts that come close in terms of the overall atmosphere, service, pools, but in many aspects it does not get much better than this. So here we are. Now you can see it is indeed very sunny. This is sort of the main plaza area where they have a bar right over here. They have a theater where they have shows at night. A lot of space. They have events here sometimes. I think they're setting up right now for a Mexican night. It's one of the events that they have once a week, where they have a buffet in this whole area, this main area. I think they have live music as well. Many nights they have live music. And this main plaza area, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 events, including Mexican night, where once a week they have a buffet outside, which is, it's great that they really put a lot of effort into planning different kinds of events for the guests, many different events where people can eat, relax, enjoy. Because truly one of the things that makes this resort outstanding is there are many things to do, and including eating. They have Aroma, which is the coffee house. They have the sports bar, which is open from, I believe, 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. They have a few restaurants open for lunch. They have a breakfast and lunch buffet, and for dinner they have restaurants. They also have room service. Quite a few restaurants, definitely. So even though there is no dinner buffet specifically, there are plenty of options. They also have a crepe station around here somewhere, which is going to be later. And this is one of the bars that they have. Plenty of bars, plenty of buildings. This is a large resort, well over 400 rooms, I believe. Different rooms in different categories. They have swim-up suites, larger rooms. They have the Excellence Club, which is the sort of club that you pay for to get some extra privileges, like a private pool for club members, maybe a private bar as well outside. So as I mentioned briefly, there really are many pools here. This is just one of them. One thing about this resort is that you will never have a tough time finding a place to swim, because, as I said briefly earlier, they have 2 lazy river pools in addition to the pools that you're seeing here, and a pool which extends further out over there towards the swim-up bar. So I think right now we're just going to visit the lazy river pools, because these are really those are 2 of the unique things about this resort which have made us confident that coming here back a second time was a good idea. Hi. This really is a large resort. If you were to look on Google Maps and search Excellence Riviera Cancun and turn on the terrain imagery, you really see this is a large place, so plenty of space to walk around if you enjoy nature, lots of trees. And the workers, the employees, they work very, very, very hard at landscaping. It's no accident that the landscaping here is immaculate. From the pools to the grounds, the grass. Always cleaning. Okay, as you can see here, we have some signs. There's the Excellence Club building, there's the spa, there's the beach, which we're going to visit. Lots of restaurants, quite a few buildings. This is yet another pool that they have here. I'm hoping I'm not going to get lost because they have quite a few pools. We're definitely going to check out the lazy river pools though, and the beach. And see, there's this pool is largely empty. If you ever want to swim, it's definitely something to do. They have a couple of jacuzzis as well. Okay, now let's find the lazy river pools, because we have to show you, if you have not been here or if you have not seen videos previously. Hi.
Hola.
Hi. Buenos dias. Hope I'm going in the right direction. It seems we might have made a slight detour, but we're going to get back on track very soon, I promise. Actually, this might be a good opportunity to head towards the beach because we seem to be going in that direction anyways. But first, let's just take a look at this pool. So one thing you'll notice is that the pools are very large and they're not necessarily contained. So you can you can swim around and around and around, and you don't necessarily have to get up. You just, as you can see, kind of twists and turns over there. If you enjoy being in the pool, look no further. This is truly one of the best resorts. I mean, this resort has some of the best pools you'll ever see. I think it might be a good time to go to the beach. Actually, I think before we go to the beach, since my shoes are going to get sandy, I think we're just going to walk back to the lazy rivers. And in doing so, we're also going to just talk about the service. I would say all the employees are extremely friendly. We were at the Flavor Market restaurant yesterday, last night, which is basically lots of appetizers. They just bring appetizers, lots of little dishes that you can just choose from and sample, and the employees are fantastic here. And I say that having been to the Dominican Republic a few times and having been to Mexico a few times, it's really a consistently high level of service. They handed out a survey a couple of days ago, and I spoke to one of the restaurant managers, and he said that they really take the complaints very seriously. If someone is indicating on the survey that there is that the service is lacking in a certain department, certainly the managers actually they went up to our table today just to make sure that everything was fine and that we weren't having any issues with the food. With any aspects of the food service, and it shows. They have a lot of repeat customers here, including us. Another thing that you'll notice about this beautiful all-inclusive resort is that, which we mentioned, is that there's a lot of space to walk. It never feels crowded. Granted, we've only been here in May, which might not be the most busy season, but the pools don't feel crowded because, again, there's pools near the ocean where they have the swim-up bar. There's lazy river pools. There's other pools that just kind of meander around. That's why, as you can see, I got a little bit lost. But it's not a bad thing because, look, we get to enjoy this beautiful nature. And that's kind of the point, right? Just being in I guess you could say, a more tropical environment. All the greenery. It is really very relaxing, though I will say, I will reinforce the idea that yes, it is quite humid, which could be considered a downside, but yes, bring your sunscreen. And the sun is very strong, but what does that also do? It ensures that the water in the pools is generally very, very warm during the day and through the evening. Of course, it cools down a little bit in the evening, but the water is very warm. it is a great experience to use the pool. It's not cold. You don't have to worry about that. I haven't been here in January or December, but I can say if you're going here in May, you will have a great time, especially if you enjoy swimming. As you can see, we're sort of at one of the ends of the resort, which is why you can see that there's a small road nearby, but we're going to make our way toward the lazy river pools. Oh, yes, we are almost here, and you can see that because there is a big building which contains the spa, and that is how we know that we are near the pools, because one of the lazy river pools goes around the spa building. So just take a minute to take in the surroundings, just relax. What can be better than this, right? Again, there's many different resorts in Mexico, different areas of Mexico, which depending on where you live might be a longer flight, but we just happen to be closer to this area of Mexico, and again, this is our second time here. One thing you'll notice also is that there's a few iguanas lounging around, and they're actually, one thing I'll say is they're very friendly, but meaning maybe friendly isn't the right word, but they're not going to attack anyone. In fact, if you get too close, they'll probably look away from you, but they are completely harmless. And if you go to the breakfast buffet and you get a banana, peel the banana and find an iguana and give a piece of banana to the iguana. They love bananas, and if you offer a banana, they'll even take a bite out of it while you're holding it. It's kind of adorable, actually. So yeah, definitely take a banana and find an iguana or a few iguanas. They'll love it, but they will not bother anyone. They're just there, sitting around. So this is one of the lazy river pools, and I say that it is a lazy river pool because it does have a current. Maybe you might not feel it in certain areas of the pool, but when you get to certain areas of the pool, other areas, you will feel the current kind of pushing you a little bit. It's very gentle, but it does show you that there is a current. So if you get on a flotation device, you can just sit back, relax, and you can kind of go around the river. And in case you're wondering, swim up suites, which are the category of room called swim up suite, they're on the first floor. As you can see, these are the first floor rooms that are near the pools. They are more expensive, but the rooms above that, they're just standard rooms. They face the pool. So if you have a standard room, just the lowest cost room that they have here, that's still great because you're most likely have a view of these beautiful pools. So we're going to just walk around a little bit more, walk around the rest of the lazy river pool. Again, this is the spa building, as I mentioned. See right here. Okay, let's keep walking around. one of the jacuzzis that they have here. Doesn't really get much more tropical than this, as you can see. The water's pretty warm. It really is warm. There's also a button that you can press if you would like there to be bubbles, as you can see right here. But yeah, you can imagine, just by looking at this video, what this experience must be like. Sitting in the jacuzzi, surrounded by this beautiful nature. Especially in the evening. I believe the pool closes at 8 p.m., but I'm sure it's certainly okay to swim after that, and definitely a relaxing experience because the water's pretty warm. It might cool down a little bit at night, but at this time of the year, definitely around the clock with the humidity and the heat and the sun, the water stays pretty warm. And over here we actually have the Revive bar, which is a bar where you can get fruit smoothies, and there's a menu which shows the kinds of drinks that they can make with fruit, granola, honey, yogurt, and different kinds of fruits. You can also, if you want, you can also request that they put less ice or put bananas or something else, and just to make, tailor the drink to your tastes or whatever, make it a little bit different. So this is the Revive bar. Fruit smoothies, right by the pool. This is the other lazy river pool. It goes around and around and around. Very beautiful. So we're just going to keep making our way around the pools.